Kylie here for Board Game Geek, and I'm sitting down with John and Bertrand, and you've brought us Yōkai. Which we wanted to mention too that this is still under production, so there's a bit of an asterisk that this might be subject to a little bit of change. So if you're watching the video and then when you see it in real life, it might be a little bit different. So what are we trying to do in Yōkai?
So Yōkai are Japanese ghosts and spirits. Here we're going to deal with 4 types: the kappa, the yokurokubi, the oni, and the kitsune. If you're not very good in Japanese, you can just say the green, the purple, the blue. That was
oh, yeah, I know, right? That was at random too. Wow.
Professionalism. So they're in the festival. They like partying, but they got mixed up, and they would like to be returned in respective families. So the point of the game is a cooperative game from 2 to 4 players. We're going to try and find each yokai and regroup them in their specific families without ever completely breaking off the whole group. So we never have to split the group up. We always have to, at least on one side, be a connection to all the others. I said it's cooperative. That sounds easy. However, yokai are shy. So you'll never say, okay, so I found a kitsune here. No, they wouldn't like that. So even though it's cooperative, you're not allowed to communicate fully with your partners. You're never allowed to say specifics. You're allowed to say, Bertrand, no. But you can't say why. And that's pretty much the game. We should give our first few rounds. That's the best way to explain. The other thing to explain there are clue cards that we'll use throughout the game, and that's the only way to communicate some idea of what's going on. So if I start the game, I'll look. I have to do this. There are 3 actions that you have to do. I look at 2 cards, try and memorize them, put them back. You can either do it one at a time, or I like to do it both at the same time. And then you have to move one. I don't really have an idea what to do right now. It's the start of the game, so I'm just going to say, you know what, I'll put you here.
And everyone's still connected. So
everyone's still connected. And then I have to either reveal a clue or use a clue. As it's the very first turn, no clues are revealed, so I just reveal one. And then neighbor's turn.
Okay.
So
check
you
2
just
cards.
look at 2 cards.
I look at 2 cards. So
which one?
I'd like to see this one that you moved.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll take this one from the middle that used to be neighbors. All right.
Okay. And now you have to move one. It doesn't have to be the ones we looked at.
Let's take this corner one and put it down here.
Okay. So you have to reveal or use a clue.
I'm going to reveal.
Okay.
And so I'm going to...
No, just reveal.
That's right. Reveal clue. That's right.
Okay, so it's my turn. I will look, you move this one, and so I will look at this one. Okay, and this one too. Very good. I will move this one. So I give you information because...
Maybe a little too much, because I know Bertrand, if he's happy with this, I'm guessing those 2 are the same. So all I need to do is check to know which family he's trying to build. All right, and then I've checked this, so I'll check over here. No, you move that. No, you didn't. Okay, that doesn't help.
So it's a game, and when you start your turn, you can say, okay, I think all the yokai are assembled together and we are good, and then you can say, okay, it's over. And when we check and we are counting our clue, and this is our score. Okay, the more clue we have, the more score we make. But if we want to help each other, I can say, I will use this one and say, up.
I was just going to say, how do these clue cards actually help us? So that's how.
You have to reveal or use, and if you use it, you will put on the card here.
Since we had the idea that we figured those were the same, so now we would all know, okay, they're probably purple.
Exactly.
So if we don't use those, then we could...
Then you have to be like psychic.
But this card now, we cannot be revealed again, and we cannot be moved. So it fixes the game. So we have to be careful how you use the clue.
Especially if, so Bertrand and I, we had the idea of if we say those are also purple, start doing families, however it starts breaking up the group. So this card can't move, so now we don't have a bridge. So for example, this card can never be moved as well, because it would break the group. So you have to, there's a lot of thinking about.
Unless you brought in a card over here.
Exactly, and you have to all work together, because it's not to spend, each takes it around a turn. And so there are 3 different types of clues. the easy kind, which is one symbol, so you know it's underneath. Kind of harder. There are 3
One of
different
3.
kinds, and two choices. And so, as Bertrand said, you can choose to end the game early, in which case you check. If you indeed got all yokais in each family correctly, you won and you get the points. Otherwise, it's if you've used up all of your clues, it automatically ends the game, whether you've won or not.
And you just reveal them and hope that
Reveal
you're
them
right.
and
Exactly.
Exactly. That's yokai.
How often would you say people typically win?
So I actually have
You're
statistics.
smiling at that.
Because we don't agree about this.
So I kind of found the game slightly easy, but thankfully I played an early version. Now the new version is encore la boîte. So now this new prototype, Bertrand did listen to me and thought, you know what, I'll make things harder. So you can add, say you have to have the kitsune, the red, near the
Next to
rokurokubi,
each other.
the purple, or you have to finish with a certain shape.
Oh.
But currently today, actually exactly 50-50. I've got 50 wins, 50 losses. Yesterday it was a few more wins than losses.
Well, if you guys want to give a cooperative team building,
Yeah.
family Japanese ghost building, then that is Yōkai. And John and Bertrand, thank you so much.
Thank you. See you around.